He's short. I don't know why you got that tall.
I'm doing. The chair is low. So. I'm getting a shirt. Is that a good shot, Mom?
Yeah. That is so funny. If someone came to you to ask you, as far as getting to God and seeing where they are and seeing that they're in a stuck place, what would be the first thing you tell them to do?
I would say go to what they're afraid of. Like, list out all the fears and then see what they're connected to. Like, is it an event in your life that, caused you to be afraid of this, afraid of that? And then I would link it back to, like, those issues, link it to where God says that he can, like, help you with those. Every issue that you have is in the Bible. If you just link your fears to, like, an event and see what God says about, like, combating those fears, then you set.
So if you had to relate what you were just talking about back to your own personal life, what would be an episode in your life where you felt like you had to do those things?
Ooh, good one. That's a good one. Okay, so being very transparent, I have daddy issues.
Okay. You ain't mad at yourself.
I know most people say, like, yeah, I like my daddy. Like, it's not that I don't like my daddy. Mine was more so that my dad didn't have, like, the capacity of love that I personally needed. And I was pretty much putting, like, my own expectations on him instead of, like, accepting who he was. So I went looking for what I needed in the wrong places multiple times. Right. Yeah, that's what I did, right?
Talk about
it. So then I had to look at what I was afraid of. I was pretty much afraid of actual father figures because I didn't know what that looked like. I ain't want nothing to do with my daddy. So anything that looked like a dad, act like one, I didn't want it. But then I had to realize, that God isn't a human and he's not a man at all, but he is a father. And I had to separate those two, like, completely, just to understand that God is consistent. He's actually faithful. He doesn't lie. He's always there. He doesn't abandon you, and that he loves you in the way that you're supposed to be loved. Yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel pertaining to now that you have your own child? How can you see what you went through? How does that help you in this area with him?
First thing, when I found out I was pregnant, maybe like, well, not first thing, but when I found out I was pregnant, I had to really sit down with myself and analyze the type of family that I had, started, and, realizing that didn't do it right. So had to put God at the head of everything, and had to really pray that God would reveal himself as a father to my son and as a husband to me, because I wasn't good at making any decisions, and I had to really ask God for guidance on how to raise him because he made my son and I technically just carried him. So so I had to go to the source, like, how you want me to raise him? What you want me to do? What can't we do? Where can he go? Where can he not go? Who's around him? Who can't be around him? Then I have to trust that as I walk with God, as an example to my son, he'll see how important it is to recognize God as a father to you. Like, even if you don't physically have one around when you need him to be.
Okay, so if you had to take one lifetime moment in your however many years that you that's right, say that. If you had to take one of your lifetime moments to be your outside of your son, because we always say as women that our kids are our biggest achievements. If you could take that one thing that's personally for Amber J, and that's your biggest achievement, what would it be? And how would you expand on it?
That's a good one, because I actually haven't heard that.
Ooh, okay.
Biggest achievement for me right now would be celibacy. That is my biggest
So how would you expound on that? How can you expand that? The baby had before. He was like, thank you, Jesus. He owned him with his hands in the air. My God.
With being celibate, I don't have to so much scatter myself abroad to feel whole as a person, that I can be whole, by myself, and that love isn't sexual, and that pleasure isn't always, you don't have to have sex to have fun.
Hey, and self-love is the book.
And it's free.
It's free. Without repercussions.
Right. Look, it's free.
Okay, so if you had to give a motivational word to the people that watch on F2G, what would be your motivational word to them?
In this season, it's getting warm. Wrap it up, okay? Wrap it up. Don't do it. Don't do it.
She said, "No, wrap it up or lock it down."
Lock it. Lock it.
Lock it down.
Lock it down. Don't do it.
She's like, not at all. Just
lock
don't.
it down. Lock it up with the key and throw it away.